Okay. มันติดตบห้า
Or does it exist because I gave someone else some coffee last week? Where does it come from? You see? Is it itself? No. It's not a cup that came from a factory. It's coming from you. That's all. Simple. That's all. Forget everything else you ever heard about emptiness. Okay? That's simple. It's popping out of a karmic state in my mind, and if I meditate a lot, I can see it pop out. I can watch the image pop out. You know, then I'll start being very generous with coffee. Okay, and then the world will be peaceful, and that's why we're here. The whole world will serve the whole world, and the world will be a Buddha paradise. That's all. If they just understand where the cup comes from, that's Buddha's teaching. Got it? Cool. I'm so excited. Read this first sentence. I'm going to read most of them. I'm going to ask you to read some of them. Don't give me a ta. Temba means to pull tupa. It means to make tupa, noodles. Temba means to make noodles. This is not temba. Temba, good. Laang. Okay, stop at y, okay? And then we'll get to the pale, okay? Now this teaching, moreover, okay, the ang. Moreover, this teaching can be divided into lungi temba and tope temba. Take your time. Hurry up.
So lung would be like a transmission of some sort.
No, in this it means the physical dharma.
The physical dharma and
the books
and the realization.
And the realization. The dharma outside, books, teachings, videos, okay, lectures. And then there's the inside dharma, topa. What's the most famous place where this comes up?
Yeah.
At the end of the Abhidharma Kosha, where Vasubandhu predicts the ending of the teaching in this world. He says, first the lungi temba will disappear, and then the tope temba will disappear. Sorry, first tope temba. First the understanding of emptiness will die in the world, and later these books will get thrown out because nobody understands what they mean. Okay, so the teaching is divided into physical teaching, the books, and then the mental understanding. Okay, so the lay means of those two, of the two divisions of the teaching, okay, which is the physical teachings and the teachings as ideas in people's minds. And here I think you can expand a little bit, okay? You have a choice here, right? You can say word idea. Or you can expand a little bit for knowing that your readers are not Buddhists or they're not familiar with this idea. So you can either make it short and put a footnote, which is distracting, or you can expand. You can say, now those teachings, now it can be the La'am, you see. Now those teachings which we just described can be divided into the physical teachings and to the teachings as ideas in the minds of people. I don't mind to expand the whole thing like that, okay? Of those, so in English you start the next sentence with lay. Of those, okay? Lay has two meanings. From or karma. Yeah, here it's, when it comes at the end of a sentence, it's probably from. From those two, tope tembe tso. You know tso because you know lamso namsu. The main form, the principal form, P-A-L, not P-L-E. As many people mistranslated this book. You know, many people. So the principal form of the teachings as ideas in people's minds is Dhamma Topitawa. Yeah, the view with which you understand that things are not themselves. Ni. We just
And
had
only
it.
that.
Yeah, that and only that, okay? That's the main teaching. What's the Buddhist teaching in the world? Everyone who understands the pen. That's it. That's Buddhism. Okay. How many people learned Buddhism in DCI courses last year? 20,000. Okay. And then some idiots say Geshe Michael stopped teaching Buddhism. Now he's doing this DCI thing. Okay. All right. That's the teaching. That's the main teaching.
Ok. Ở cái đoạn vừa rồi thì thầy Michael tiếp tục cái ý của hôm bữa ha. Về cái không gì là chính nó, đúng không nào? Và khi mà mình thiền định đủ nhiều thì mình sẽ nhìn thấy được coi như là cái hình ảnh phát quang nó pop out khỏi coi như là cái hạt giống và nó phóng chiếu ra ngoài, right? Đó là cái sự chứng ngộ duyên khởi trực tiếp, đúng không? Và sau đó thì chuyển qua cái đoạn dịch kế tiếp này là những cái bài giảng á, thì nó sẽ có hai loại, đúng không? Một loại đó là gọi là thuộc về vật lý, và một loại là thuộc về cái như là cái sự nhận thức, cái sự nhận ra. Đấy. Và những cái và cái chính, cái hình thái chính của như là cái bài giảng, cái giáo pháp mà thuộc về như là cái sự nhận ra đó, thuộc về như là cái ý tưởng đó, thì nó chính là cái góc nhìn về cái sự nhận thức rằng là không có gì là chính nó. Ok. À, và thầy gọi và thầy nói rằng là và đó chính là đó là tất cả những cái gì về về đạo Phật, right? Đó là về hiểu câu chuyện cây bút, right? Và bao nhiêu người coi như là học được cái câu chuyện cây bút đó thông qua DCI, thì là vào cái lúc này là năm 2017 thì là 20.000 người, right? Và ai mà nói rằng là Geshe Michael dừng giảng dạy đạo Phật thì cái đó thật là ngốc nghếch.
Okay, got it? Just to understand it. Tokche dangme. Now this is difficult. When you take a verb and you add cha to it, it means which is to be realized. That thing which is to be realized. What's seja?
Knowable things.
No, seja.
Oh,
We just had it in
which-
Buddha's
oh,
father's name.
That which is to be born.
That which is to be eaten.
Oh, say.
Okay. When you add ja to it, it makes the future participle. That which is to be eaten. Okay? Of all the things you can understand, of the thing to be understood, which is dangme, so the fact that nothing is itself, okay, that has cha versions and rak versions. Chawa and rakpa.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
good,
okay.
great. Subtle and grosser, more gross, okay? I couldn't come up with a better word for rakpa than gross, okay? No, that's limbo. You see, limbo. There are more subtle versions of emptiness, and there are more rough versions. You can say rough, but you decide. Huh? No, because it doesn't mean that. There's other words for that. Lumba.
What did you say first? You said that?
Either gross or rough. The problem is in gross, in English, in modern English, gross also means disgusting. Ew, that's gross. Okay, the old meaning of gross is rough. So you can divide it very subtly or less subtly.
Yeah, because rough can mean.
Yeah, I know.
understand.
That's your problem. You choose.
I know.
Let us know tomorrow. Sorry, day after tomorrow. Charaki. Now I need the block. Now I need the carving. I believe it's China, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm about 90% sure. China.
Did you? On the drop
Is there a dot between Che and Na? Bets, you don't worry about it. Let Nick do it. Let's keep going, okay? We don't have much time. Yeah. Chena, okay? If you divide it, Che is past tense of like Chicheda, right? Yewa. to divide. Okay, if you now in Tibetan the conditional tense, if you were to divide it, right? In English we use the past tense also. If you were to divide it, we use the past tense for possibility. If you were to go to the store today, what would you buy? We use the past tense for future possibility in English. Okay,
So, do you
So-
want me to put mine up? Do you want me to put the scale on the screen now?
let's try.
Okay.
I hope it's a. By the way,
It's not a carving.
I always prefer a carving to a handwritten.
This is a neither. This is a printed book.
That's
It's the only-
terrible.
It's the only scale we can find.
There's one in TBRC.
Find me a
but I
carving.
can't. But it's copyrighted.
This is from TBRC.
Oh no!
This
You
is
got it
the-
from TBRC?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Find me a
Two
scan.
or three versions of it, and one of them wasn't accessible.
Find me a carving. Find me a carving.
We don't want
Okay.
to look at the stars.
No, I mean that just means they typed it the same mistake that our
This
people
is
did.
the only one I could download.
Our people obviously did it from a carving because it's divided into lines. You
Yeah.
see?
Which
Okay.
which one is this? I'll just try to see.
Chenna. I think it's chenna. I don't think there's a word chen. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. It means the same thing. Chenna, mung, mumbo.
Many.
Okay, like there are many ways to divide up this thing which we are going to realize. The fact that nothing's itself. There's many ways to divide it up, subtly or less subtly. If you want to say it that way. But, Mang Yang, but, Jepe say, when you do make the division, this Jepa is not Chepa. Chepa means to do. Jepa means to divide. Okay? Okay? When you do it, okay, there's many ways to divide emptiness, the thing that you're supposed to realize. You can do it subtly or less subtly. Let's go with that. But when you make the distinction, when you do the dividing, okay, dupte nambashin dutsu dong dung guki. This dun is a verb created from the word tumbo. Tumchok. Tumbo. Tumbo. Huh? Say it. No. Harmony. Okay, tumbo. Tumbo do. Are they friends? Oh, tumbo do. They're good friends. Yeah, they get along well. Tumbo. Okay. Mi tunchong. Tunchong in logic.
Uống ly nào.
Side, not contradict side. Okay. Tumbo means to get along. Okay. And now he made a verb. No matter how you divide it, when you divide it, you must be in keeping with. Oh, good, nice. You must be in accordance with. You must fit. Okay. What? Jupta number shi. The 4 schools. You gotta. It's gotta be one of the 4 schools. Okay. I don't care how you divide it. Fine, subtle, not so subtle. But when you sit down to divide emptiness, you better fit one of the 4 schools. Okay?
First of all, it is Chena in this game.
It is Chinna. Okay? So you can correct it. This one is Chinna. Okay.
And so, where's the word that is the directive?
Good. You must. Need. Necessary.
There it is.
Yeah. You must be in accordance with the dutsu, with the positions taken by. Okay? Dutsu. Literally, way of agreeing. Way of wanting. Dutsu means position. Okay? I don't care how you divide emptiness. Fine or not so fine. But when you get to that dividing, you goddamn well better fit one of the 4 schools. Okay? You gotta fit one of the 4 schools. Okay? Nambashi means the 4 different kinds of schools. But you don't have to say, you can say the 4 different schools. You better fit the 4 different schools. You better fit the beliefs of one of the 4 different schools. Okay? Yeah, good place for a footnote. Good place for a footnote. Key, disjunctive, at the end of a sentence. And is conjunctive.
So it's
But, nice, okay? Key at the end of a sentence means but. He's probably going to tell you how stupid you'll be if you don't. Okay, but, Shipo Kang Dang Yang Mitun. Okay, now for this, you have to understand the adjective tun, to means in accord with, requires the use of the word with, dang. So you always say blank dang tumbo. Blank dang tumbo. Stanley dang tumbo means I'm, what do you say? I'm in agreement with Stanley. You have to use the word dung. So tun requires dung before it. Blank dung tun. Okay. Shipo kang dung tun means if you are in agreement with any of the four. Kang means any of the four. Shipo is all four. How do you say fourth? Shiba. Shiba. But when you say shipo, it means the four. Okay? And I can sit there with Stanley, and we can go home. You can go home without him, and he'll teach you Chig Ni Sum Shi E R San Shi. He can teach you that, and then you can say, when you want to say first, second, third, fourth, you have to say Dang Bo, Yi Ba, Sum Ba. Or you can start translating, and you will learn it. So you can waste your time in a class for 5 years with a grammar book, or you can translate your own book, and you will never forget, because it's my book. Okay? All right? That's the way to teach somebody. Okay? Shipo, the four. Kanyang, and now he's got mitumba. Yeah. Something which doesn't fit one of the four schools. Okay? Something which doesn't fit any of the four schools. Dagme petawa. Some idea. Maybe we want to say idea than view. I don't know. Okay? But if you have, but sometimes it's direct, right? Anyway, but if you have some view of a lack of self-nature, you can say that sometimes. Okay? Or you can say things are not themselves. Which doesn't fit those four, one of those four. If you have some kind of view of emptiness that doesn't fit one of those four, what do you think he's going to say? You're a phantom. You're a schmuck. you're a dude. You're just an idiot. Let's see what he says. It's not right to accept that there could even exist a way of seeing emptiness which doesn't fit into one of the four schools. Because who taught the four schools? Yeah, do they contradict each other? They do. They do, okay? Some of them are not so correct. But you go outside of the four schools of Buddhism, you close your eyes, see the purple, black, nothing is real, you're living in a dream. Then you're like, Mirun, it's wrong. Okay? Not correct. Mirun. Okay, got it? Dame kenen betsu mandi.
Ok, cái đoạn tiếp theo này ha, thì là nó có rất là nó có nhiều cái cách để mà chia cái sự cái sự nhận thức về không gì là chính nó theo những cái cách vi tế và thô, right? Nhưng mà khi mà mình chia nó ra thì nó nhất thiết là nó phải phù hợp, nó phải đồng điệu với lại là cái quan điểm, rồi cái quan điểm, cái lập trường của bốn cái trường phái của bốn cái trường phái. Nếu như mà có cái quan điểm nào đó, nếu như mà có cái quan điểm nào đó về cái sự nhận thức về không gì là chính nó đó, mà nó không có đi cùng với, nó không có khớp với lại là bốn cái trường phái này, thì cái điều đó nó là không đúng. Ok, và thầy có hỏi rằng là bốn cái trường phái này nó có mâu thuẫn hay không? Thì nó có, nhưng mà cả bốn cái trường phái này thì nó đều được giảng dạy bởi Đức Phật. Đấy. Là bất cứ coi như là cái sự nhận thức nào về tính không mà nó nằm ngoài 4 cái trường phái đó thì là nó đều không có đúng. Ok.
Why? Te in logic is a colon. Te in logic is, I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Here's why. Okay? Because Dogme Kenebitsu Nani, of all the ways of asserting that nothing is itself, okay? Of all the ways of asserting that nothing is itself, Jupta schools of thought, shir nge. So the word ngepa means fixed number. There's 4 and there's only 4. So ngepa means like change, right? In this case, ngepa means fixed. It's always used with numbers, okay? And then you use the locative case. It's fixed at 4. Okay? Shir, shila, nge. It's fixed at 4. Shir. Okay? It's fixed at 4. Okay? Of all the correct ways to assert, right, or accept that things are not themselves, the different schools that you can have are fixed at 4. Te. Colon. Nice. Colon. And now I'm going to prove it to you. 2 ways to prove something. Which means what?
Logic and scripture.
Yeah. You can prove something in the debate ground with logic, or you can quote a scripture. With 2 ways to prove something. Geshe Lotar's main student is called Jamba Longrek. His name is Mr. Scripture or Logic. His teacher made a joke. When he got his monk's name, he says, "What's my monk's name?" He said, "Mr. Scripture or Logic." So these are the 2 ways to prove something. Okay, got it? So you tell me from the first 3 words here, what is he choosing, scripture or logic? He's going to quote somebody. Who? Kenruche. Okay, which you can only do with a Galupa audience. You try to prove to your Sakya that this is true because Kenruche said that. They don't accept him as authority, but we do. Okay. Why is that sa on the end of J?
Because he's going to
Tại sao nó lại là như vậy? Đó là bởi vì cái như là trong tất cả những cái cách đúng để mà khẳng định, để mà tuyên bố về cái không gì là chính nó, thì nó nhất định là nó chỉ cố định ở cái con số là 4 cái trường phái đó mà thôi. Đấy. Và rồi thì cái phần tiếp theo thì nó sẽ đưa ra những cái bằng chứng để mà chứng minh cho cái điều đó, và thường thì mình sẽ có 2 cái loại bằng chứng. Cái thứ nhất là bằng chứng về quyền lực kinh điển, và cái thứ hai là bằng chứng về logic. Okay. Và ở đây thì sẽ là cái phần trích dẫn từ ngài Kerukche. Khi mà trích dẫn về ngài Kerukche thì có thể là những cái trường phái khác ngoài Gelug á, thì họ sẽ không có đồng ý, nhưng mà với cái trường phái của mình là theo Gelug á, thì Kerukche là được xem là cái người đệ tử thân cận của Đức Tsongkhapa. Right. Thì là với cái sự trích dẫn từ ngài Kerukche thì là nó sẽ mang cái tính quyền lực kinh điển. Okay.
It's the subject, no, it's the instrumental, which in Tibetan you always say, "By me the store was gone to." Every sentence you start, "By me." By me the class was taught. You don't say, "I taught the class." Okay, so we got to find the verb in here. Find me the verb. Who's going to find it? No. No. You fail.
Is it the learn?
No. What's it always when you're quoting somebody? What's the verb? Yeah, sing.
Oh.
There's the subject of the sentence. There's the verb. Okay? Because Kedub J said, and then he puts the whole quotation. Kedubje said, blah, 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 blah. Who's Kedubje? The younger of the two principal disciples of Tsongkhapa. Okay. He was a tantric master. He was mainly a tantrika and a logician. And if you survive this class, we're going to have so much fun going into his logic book, which is this thick. You know, I started it with Nimbo. He never finished. I could strangle him. Okay. I'll strangle you too if you don't finish. With dead bodies in the scriptorium. What do you call that place where they keep the dead bodies?
The scriptorium.
Yeah, the scriptorium it'll become the morgue. The morgue. Okay. No, I wasted 2 years with this guy. I wasted 2 years. Anyway, don't waste my time. If you want to chop off my finger, chop off my finger, but don't waste my time. Because I can deal with it without a finger, but I can't get the time back. Okay, all right. Deyang here means moreover. Okay, we're starting in the middle of some book. Moreover, Dewashe Pitembala, the teaching of those who have gone to bliss. Okay, Sugata. Dame Kelemi Drupta Shirnge. Within the teachings of those who have gone to bliss, okay, the schools which assert that nothing is itself, the schools which accept that nothing is itself, are fixed, nge, at, for. Okay? He's already proved this point. He could have stopped there. Kidu just said so. Okay, but he's going to keep going. Shipo kana yami tumbe dame pe tawa dang. Deni komache binamcha sushi ki jita mesa sinkyang. This is a difficult sentence. This is Kedubje, and I'm sorry. This will give you a headache tomorrow evening. Okay. Sin, past tense of zin, to hold. But here it means it may have happened before. Okay. Sin, it's past tense, sin. Okay. Sin kyang. Okay, it's possible that somebody will come up with somebody, sushiki, somebody, somebody, might say whatever that comes to their head, chitam, me sinkyang. It might happen. It might happen that somebody just says something that comes into their head. Okay, chitsam means like whatever. That's sarcastic. Somebody says, I'm sorry, I yelled at you yesterday, and you say, whatever. Okay, it's possible something. Some namshak. Namshak means presentation. A presentation. Namsha of how to meditate kombachepa on suchness. So I want you to translate deni as suchness. Okay, it's possible somebody come up with some way of meditating on suchness, okay? And some kind of view about no self-nature, which is not in keeping with those four, with one of those four, Kang, with one of those four. It's possible. Somebody might come up with something. They say, meditate on this, but it doesn't fit one of the four. Yeah, okay, it's Sinkyang. Could happen. Okay, past tense. But, Kyang, Yahweh Temba Le Chiru to Gyupa Gyupa Cha. But, future tense, right? I would say, Gyupa Ja. I would say, or we should say, imperative tense. We should say, but we should say that they are Chiro.
Outsiders.
They are not inside the Buddhist teachings. Gyalwe Dhamma Chiro. Chiro to Gyur means they have gone outside Buddhism. I don't know what they are, but whatever. Trumpism. They're not. They're not Buddhist. Okay. Somebody comes up with some new idea that's not in the four schools taught by the Buddha. I don't know what you want to call them, but they're not Buddhist. Okay. Sinkyang means, it could happen that someone comes up with some weird thing, but it's not Buddhism. Okay. All right. Kepe, this is an extraordinarily bad typing. I predict it's Dgyepa. D-G-Y-E-S-P-A. Give me $10 if it is.
I gave all my money yesterday.
Incredibly bad carving. Okay, and I'll tell you something sad. To translate Tibetan, you have to be able to correct as you go, which means you have to know what it says before you know what it says. Okay, and Sanskrit's worse. Okay, it's all handmade. Okay.
It's not in picture form.
So why are
Oh, they've also misspelled it, but not as bad. Okay, fourth line, middle.
Kepa?
Find me the first.
it's
Uh,
DGES,
yeah,
right?
it's just
It should be DGYES.
there's
Okay, ready?
Can I ask why you know it's misspelled? Because they're two different types
I'm
of
about to
words,
tell you
and
why. Let's start with Lodar Dandamba, okay? Those people who have Lodar. Lodar means intelligence. Mati in Sanskrit, okay? Lodar. Those who have intelligence, okay? Lodar Dandamba, okay? Yiche, to believe. Okay, those who have intelligence, to believe, min. It's not chawa, not something they should believe, not something to be believed by those who have intelligence, right? As being, they need grammar case. They should not believe that these viewpoints are, tu in Tibetan, as being, okay? Today, Trump is being elected as being, what do you call it? Inaugurated as president in English, as. In Tibetan, you use one of the ladan, okay? Those intelligent people should not take it as being the path which pleases the wise. Kepa gepe. He's making an allusion to this verse.
oh, yeah.
Gyawa gepe lamla yitumbe. Kepa gedai tangwe yiki nun. Okay? Listen, you who have a pure mind. Turn your minds to the path which pleases the victors. He's echoing this. He's making a statement. Who?
Jesung Kappa.
Who? Yeah, it's Jetsun Kappa's main student. He's honoring his teacher by using the same phrase. Yeah, that's DGYES. Yeah, but you have to know. Okay, so totally misspelled. Okay, totally miscarved, but we know. Because Kedub just said so. So I'm going to do the whole paragraph. You ready? And then we stop. And that's because Kedub J said, moreover, there are 4 and only 4 schools of thought for those who assert that things are not themselves in the teachings of those who have gone to bliss. And it may be possible that someone could profess some kind of presentation that purports to have a view which is not in keeping with these 4 schools, and they may say that one should meditate on suchness this way, but it should be said that those types of people are standing outside of the Buddhist teaching. Okay? And what they teach should never be accepted by those who have intelligence as being the path which pleases the wise. Okay, we gotta stop. How'd we do?
Can I ask a
Yeah.
procedural question?
Yes.
So
By the way, we finished exactly, well, if you count the title as one page. We made our goal. We finished one. That's how much material you will have to finish every day. Yeah, I mean, every 48 hours.
so so
By the way, that way you finished 5 folios a term, and most of your books are 20 folios.
so does that mean I come the next time with this?
You
Put
walk in.
together and-
You walk in on Wednesday with a translation.
Okay. Do I start looking at the next or wait?
You,
for you?
I propose that we go into the next thing, and I'll correct your thing at home. Or I
Okay,
might.
so I'll bring to you.
Yeah, you give me your translation, and I could fix it in class, but then you wouldn't get any new material. So I'll fix it at home probably. But if I have time, if I finish a page with you, we'll go to your translation and I'll make comments on it, because that would also help everybody else.
And can I do that on my phone?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, let's do a prayer. Okay.
Ok. Cái đoạn này là cái đoạn trích dẫn từ ngài ngài Kherupche, đúng không? Ngài Kherupche nói như thế này, rằng là thêm vào đó thì ở trong coi như là những cái giáo pháp của các đấng thiện thể, right? Thì chắc chắn là nó cố định ở trong coi như là bốn cái trường phái về cái việc nhận lấy coi như là nhận lấy cái quan điểm về cái không là gì cả, về tính không, right? Ờ, có thể là coi như là có người nào đó coi như là tuyên bố một cái phiên bản nào đó mà nó về cái việc nào đó về cái việc thiền định về chân như, về tính không, và cái góc nhìn về cái góc nhìn về không gì là gì, không gì là chính nó, mà nó không có phù hợp, nó không có tương thích ờ, với lại là bất kỳ cái nào ở trong cả bốn cái trường phái. Nhưng mà nhưng mà ờ, 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 nhưng mà tôi phải nói rằng là những cái phiên bản đó thì là nó nằm ngoài khỏi những cái giáo pháp của các đấng chiến thắng, right? Ờ, và và một cái người mà coi như là cái trí thông minh á, thì không, và những ai mà có cái trí thông minh á, thì tin không nên tin vào coi như là những cái phiên bản đó như là một cái con đường để mà làm hài lòng coi như là các bậc thông thái, right? Và đó chính là cái lời trích dẫn từ Đức Rinpoche. Và nếu như mà mình có học về cái tác phẩm Ba con đường chính yếu của Đức Tsongkhapa, thì mình sẽ thấy ở cái chỗ này là cái chỗ mà rất là giống như là Đức Kherupche trích dẫn lại từ một cái phần ở trong cái tác phẩm Ba con đường chính yếu Lam Kisowo Nam Sum của Đức Tsongkhapa, ở cái đoạn thứ hai, right? Khi mà nói là ờ, 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 Gelwe Gelwagepe là Lamla Yitunpe. Có cái đoạn đó có nghĩa là hãy lắng nghe này, hỡi những kẻ cái như là may mắn và muốn chuyển cái như là cái sự nhàn rỗi và vận may của, làm cho cái nhàn rỗi và cái vận may của mình nó trở nên có ý nghĩa và làm hài lòng như là các đấng chiến thắng. Right. Thì đó là cái nội dung của cái đoạn này ha. Rồi bây giờ mình sẽ hoàn thành cái lớp ngày hôm nay với cái phần hồi ngày hướng ở đây. Okay.
And I could fix it in class, but then you wouldn't get any new material. So I'll fix it at home probably. But if I have time to finish a page with you, we'll go to your translation and I'll make comments on it, because that would also help everybody else.
And can I do that on the calendar?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's do a prayer. Okay.
Idang Gurana Mandala Kamiyatayani Ewa Ikeokum Sam Yeshe Tsochi Sam Yeshe Dechuwe Taba Kuni Topa Sho.
Many people think belief in God depends entirely.
Rồi, và như vậy là chúng ta hoàn thành cái lớp 1 của cái tác phẩm Emptiness Meditation ha. Hẹn gặp lại cả nhà mình vào thứ Hai tuần sau. Bye bye cả nhà mình.
Dạ, biết anh thành